Hi, I'm Marshall, Occupational Therapy Assistant student at Hawkeye Community College. At the beginning of the semester, we were given an assignment to start called What is OT? As our semester progressed, I thought it was rather fitting as I found myself explaining to my family what occupational therapy is. My sister asked, "Occupational therapy, isn't that like where you help people with a job?" Well, sort of. We help with the job of being awesome at life. Let me break down the lingo for you. The World Federation of Occupational Therapists define occupations as the everyday activities that people do as individuals, in families, and with communities to occupy time and bring meaning and purpose to life. Occupations include things people need to, want to, and are expected to do. There are many different areas of occupations like ADLs, a few examples being bathing, going to the bathroom, dressing and grooming, and eating. There's also instrumental ADLs, including but not limited to care of others, community mobility, financial management, health management, home management, meal prep, and many more. Areas of occupations also include leisure, education, social interaction, and yes, even work. Essentially, we help people participate in their everyday activities, from the time they get up till the time they go to bed. We help people do the things that are important to them, to live independently and safely, so they can be the best in the job of life.
Oh, I get it. That's so cool.
My uncle asked me, "Occupational therapy, that's like physical therapy, right?" Uncle, you're a Cubs fan. Would you say baseball and football are the same thing? No, they are worlds different. Physical therapy works with movement and mobility, making sure people can get from point A to point B. We work with everything the person does. We deal with the whole person, not just physically. We also look at who they are mentally, spiritually. We look at all the senses, as well as physically. If they can get from point A to point B, that's great. But if something hinders their ability to perform the tasks of everyday lives safely, it's our job to help fix that. PT and OT both have very similar end-all goals of helping people live life independently. We just have completely different jobs in doing so. Oh, I see now. My little brother asked me, "So you work with upper body and arms mostly then, right?" No, we look at the whole person. We do spend a lot of time with upper body and hands because they do help us complete our tasks. But we look at the whole person, not just upper bodies. We are the masters of task analysis. We break down an activity into many different steps so we can determine which parts of the activity an individual has problems with and why. Who knew that making a peanut butter and jelly sandwich could be broken down into 50 steps? Maybe we notice you're getting stuck on step 13, unscrewing the jar. We might be able to determine it's because of your grip strength, or you're having problems bilaterally coordinating the movements together to get it open. Perhaps you're having a problem on a different step. Step 3, retrieving the peanut butter jar. You're grabbing a jar of caramel from the cupboard instead, which both look similar. We may determine it's actually a vision problem. You're having problems visually discriminating between the two jars. You see, it's not just about hands and upper body. Oh, cool, bro. My aunt asked,
So you just work with people who are in the hospital who've gotten hurt?
No, injury is only one reason a person would seek occupational therapy. We work with a wide variety of people in different problems, in many different settings. For instance, we may work with children in clinics, schools, or in homes. We can work in mental health care facilities, like hospitals and long-term care facilities, or in day programs. We may work with elders in retirement communities or long-term care facilities. And yes, we may even work in hospitals in a rehab setting, but not just for injuries. In these settings, we look at the whole person. We look at the person physically, mentally, or developmental issues they may have from injury, illness, or disabilities. We can use therapeutic interventions, or we may help modify their environment. We can provide assistive technology, and we can also make modifications and adaptations to the tasks they're doing. We may teach a new skill, or help educate the individuals or their family to help them participate in their everyday activities.
Oh, that's great. Keep up the good work.
The last family member I'm going to share with you today is my little sweet grandmother. Another assignment we were given at the beginning of the semester was to observe a family member participating in an activity to see if we could identify performance issues and determine if there's anything that we could do from the OT's perspective to help. Again, we look at the whole person. So part of what we do in OT is make an occupational profile, which is a rundown of who the person is contextually, so we can better understand how to help them. My grandmother is an 83-year-old widow living alone in her 2-story home. She often complains about how small her kitchen is and has problems with all her kitchen activities because of limited space as well as physical limitations. Physically, she has osteoarthritic knees and has suffered a right rotator cuff injury that is not properly healed. I observed her cleaning her kitchen and found our first problem, which was her putting away her baking dish, which was located on the top shelf. She lacked the upper body strength and range of motion to fully flex her arms up to put her baking dish up on the top shelf. Traditional therapy interventions such as strength and conditioning and range of motion exercises would not benefit the client, grandmother, because of her age and injury. I thought the best route would be to go with something else. Using a step ladder to get up might not be the best, safest long-term solution for her because of her knees. So possibly modifying the environment would be the best bet. Grandma, you never use the bottom cabinet with your old cookbooks anymore. As I've shown you how to print recipes online, how about we take out all those old cookbooks and we use that shelf for your baking dishes instead, which you can reach?
Yes, that sounds great.
Through OT techniques, I had helped my grandmother better perform her kitchen activities more safely and independently.
Thank you, Sonny boy. You're such a great grandson. Whatever would I do without you? Here, have some cookies.
Already a semester into the program, I feel I'm always looking at the way people do things, breaking down those tasks, becoming a master of observation. I can't go into Walmart now without stopping and people watching. That guy's slouching too much. She's turning her cart too slow. She's gonna crash into aisle 5. And that kid is surely gonna have a blowout any minute now. Mom will never be able to get her shopping done. Whatever I'm doing, I'm always looking at the way people are doing things to see if I can help improve their performance. And the activities people find meaning in. Activities that give their life purpose. To help them live life more safely and independently. You may ask, what is OT? But I ask, who is OT? That answer, I am.